unwind, and let this soothing story fill you with gentle warmth. The Playful Adventures of Geranium and Katie. This story is about the playful adventures and magical friendship between a kind-hearted girl named Geranium and a glowing firefly named Cade. In a quaint little village, tucked away in a lush valley, lives a young girl named Geranium who had a heart as kind as a summer breeze. Her cheeks were always flush pink, and her eyes sparkled like the clearest morning dew. Geranium loved to spend her afternoons wandering the meadows, listening to the songs of birds and talking to the flowers that seemed to bend toward her in response to her gentle whispers. One late afternoon, as the sun dipped low on the horizon, Geranium stumbled upon a peculiar sight. A tiny, glowing firefly struggled to free itself from a sticky spider's web. Without a second thought, Geranium hurried over and carefully untangled the firefly, setting it free into the dusky sky. The firefly blinked its lights in what Geranium imagined was a grateful response. As she watched it flutter away, she thought that would be the last time she saw the little insect. But she was wrong. That night, as Geranium lay in bed, the same firefly appeared at her window, its body glowing brighter than before. With a gentle tap, it seemed to beckon her outside. Curiosity and a sense of magic filled Geranium as she climbed out of bed and tiptoed out of the house. The firefly led her to the edge of the forest, where a hidden glade twinkled with thousands of tiny lights. It was as if the stars had descended to earth for a secret celebration. Here, the firefly introduced itself as Katie, and they struck up an enchanting friendship. Over the following days and nights, Katie took Geranium on whimsical adventures. Who played hide-and-seek using only their glowing lights, raced along the petal-strewn paths of the meadows, and laughed as they soared through the air, Katie carrying her like a luminous chariot. One particularly magical evening, Katie took Geranium to the edge of a shimmering lake. The calm water mirrored the sky, dotted with the firefly's friends who blinked in patterns that seemed to tell a story. Katie taught Geranium to understand their light language, turning each twinkling message into tales of forest lore and wonder. Geranium, in turn, showed Katie the joys of human play, multicolor flower crowns, building tiny twig forts and dancing barefoot in the grass. They became inseparable companions, each reveling in the playful spirit of the other. Weeks passed like days, and the bond between Geranium and Katie grew ever stronger. As the season shifted, the village prepared for the annual Night of Lights festival. It was a grand celebration where every home and street was adorned with lanterns, and families gathered to release floating lights into the sky. On the night of the festival, Geranium and Katie created the most beautiful lantern of all, weaving their magic and laughter into its design. As they set it afloat, it soared higher than any other, becoming a beacon of their extraordinary friendship. Even as stars began to fade and the first light of dawn touched the village, their lantern remained aloft, a symbol of the playful spirit and the unbreakable bond they share. In the years that followed, the tale of Geranium and Katie was told and retold, becoming a cherished legend in the village. Children would often venture into the fields at dusk, hoping to catch a glimpse of a glowing firefly and perhaps forge their own magical friendship. And every night of lights, the special lantern would be created in honor of Geranium and Katie. Its light a reminder of the joy found in playfulness and the enduring magic of friendship. Here helps this story to ease you into the night. Sunshine Tales, William and Salvia. This story is about William, a kind-hearted boy, and Salvia, a wise deer, who share a magical friendship and discover the essence of the sun's strength and the forest's wisdom in a hidden valley. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and crystal-clear rivers, there lived a kind-hearted young boy named William. His golden hair gleamed like the morning sun, and his laughter echoed through the meadows like the gentle breeze playing with flowers. William's love and best friend was not another child, but a magnificent deer named Salvia. Salvia's coat in fee, with a silvery hue, and her eyes held the wisdom of the forest that surrounded their village. Every morning, as the first rays of sunlight softly kissed the earth, William would run barefoot through the dew-kissed grasses to the edge of the forest, where Salvia awaited him. Together, they would venture into the heart of the forest, discovering hidden paths and secret clearings, where the sunlight filtered through the emerald canopy above, casting dappled patterns on the forest floor. Their favorite place was a serene glade with a bubbling brook, where the sunlight seemed to dance and play on the water surface. It was here, under the golden rays of the sun, that William and Salvia would spend hours sharing stories and dreaming of adventures. One autumn day, as the forest donned its cloak of fiery hues, William noticed Salvia was unusually quiet. Her ears would twitch, and she would tilt her head as if listening to a distant call. William, with his gentle heart, felt Salvia's unease. "What's wrong, dear Salvia, he asked, his voice as tender as the rustling leaves. He looked into William's eyes and nuzzled his cheek softly. "There's a place I need to go, William. A place where the sun shines brighter than anywhere else in the forest. Will you come with me?" William nodded without hesitation, his heart filled with trust and curiosity. Following Salvia's graceful steps, they journeyed deeper into the forest than they had ever dared before. The world around them seemed to glow with an ethereal light, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. After what felt like hours of walking, they emerged into a hidden valley, bathed in the warm, golden light of the setting sun. In the center of the valley stood an ancient oak tree, its branches stretching towards the heavens as if trying to embrace the sky. Salvia led William to the base of the tree, where they found a small, radiant flower that seemed to pulse with light. Salvia bowed her head and touched the flower gently. "This is the heart of the forest," she whispered. "It is said that this flower holds the essence of the sun's strength and the forest's wisdom. I wanted to share this with you, my dear friend, for your kindness and love have always been my guiding lights." Tears welled up in William's eyes, not of sadness but of deep gratitude and joy. He knelt beside Salvia and whispered, "Salvia, you're the sunshine in my life." As they sat under the ancient oak, the last light of day wrapping them in its warm embrace, William realized that true friendship was like the sunshine constant, capable of lighting up even the darkest days. And so, in the heart of the forest, under a canopy of stars, William and Salvia promised each other that they would always cherish the light they found in one another. From that day on, their bond grew even stronger, and their adventures became legendary tales told throughout the village. Whenever someone spoke of the magical friendship between a boy and a deer, they spoke of William and Salvia, the two souls who found sunshine in each other's hearts. Here's another story to bring you calm. Katie and Anemone, the bond of understanding. This story is about Katie and an auntie named Anemone, who through mutual understanding and cooperation, form a heartwarming friendship, bridging the gap between their worlds. In a quaint village nestled amid rolling hills and vibrant meadows, there lived a young girl named Kat. With hair of autumn leaves and eyes reflecting the azure sky, she roamed the fields with a heart full of curiosity and compassion. One sunny afternoon, as she wandered near a blooming tulip bed, she spotted an ant, slightly larger than the others, struggling to move a crumb of bread that seemed far too large for its tiny frame. This ant, named Anemone, had always believed in achieving the impossible. Observing Anemone's determination, Kate felt a tug at her heart. Gently, she knelt down and spoke. "Hello there, little friend. Do you need some help?" To her surprise, Anemone stopped and looked up, sensing kindness in Kate's voice. Through the subtlety of nature's unspoken language, a connection was made. Katie carefully placed a twig near Anemone, creating a makeshift lever. With a bit of effort and a lot of ingenuity, they moved the crumb together. From that day on, Katie and Anemone became inseparable friends. They shared countless adventures, from racing against raindrops to discovering hidden nooks in the forest. Heidi would sometimes bring a piece of fruit for Anemone, while Anemone showed Katie secret pathways trodden by the forest's smallest inhabitants. One evening, as the golden hues of the sunset blanketed the village, Katie sat on the grass, her mind clouded by the day's events at school. Sensing her turmoil, Anemone climbed onto her hand, offering a gesture of comfort. Katie sighed. Why do people have to argue and fight? Why can't they understand each other? Anemone, though small, had an immense wisdom that shone in its tiny black eyes. For a gentle bite on her fingertip, it reminded Katie of their unique friendship, a bond forged by understanding and cooperation, despite their differences. Inspired by this, Kay took a deep breath and smiled. She knew that if an ant and a human could find harmony, then there was hope for greater understanding among people too. She decided that the next day she would bring a sense of empathy to her school, starting with a smile and a listening ear. As the stars began to twinkle, Kay and Anemone lay side by side, looking up at the vast sky. They didn't need words to communicate. Their hearts spoke volumes. And so, each night, Katie drifted to sleep, comforted by the thought that true understanding could bridge any gap, no matter how wide. Now, let's move gently into the next journey. Heidi and Salvia, a journey of reflection. This story is about Katie, who embarks on a magical journey of reflection guided by a playful spirit named Salvia, leading her to understand the importance of remembering the past to shape the future. In the quaint village of Hanamazaki, nestled amid cascading hills and blooming meadows, lived a young girl named Katie. Her hair was the color of chestnut, catching the sunlight like a patch of bronze, and her eyes sparkled with the curious, if 1,000 questions. Katie was known for her adventurous spirit, often wandering through the forests and meadows that surrounded her home, her heart filled with wonder at the beauty of the natural world. One warm autumn afternoon, as the leaves turned shades of gold and amber, Katie found herself by the edge of the village's ancient lake. The surface of the water was like glass, mirroring the azure sky and the crowns of trees that leaned over it. As she knelt to take a closer look, something extraordinary happened. The water began to ripple, and from its crystalline depths emerged a playful spirit named Salvia. Salvia had the appearance of a child, her body cloaked in robes made of mist and sunlight, and a crown of blue salvia flowers adorning her head. Her eyes shone with the same inquisitiveness that Katie's did, and her laughter was like a melody carried by the wind. Salvia introduced herself with a flourish, saying she had observed Katie's thoughtful walks and had come to guide her on a journey of reflection. Intrigued and eager, Katie took Salvia's hand, and the two ventured into the depths of the forest. Salvia led Katie to a hidden grove, a place where time seemed to stand still. The air was fragrant with the scent of flowers, and a gentle stream babbled nearby. Here, Salvia showed Katie a set of ancient stones, each carved with stories of the past. As they sat by the stream, Salvia explained that the stones held the memories of the village Godey's ancestors, a way for them to be remembered and honored. With a smile, Salvia instructed Katie to close her eyes and listen. As she did, Katie felt the whispers of the past surround her, stories of joy, sorrow, bravery, and love flooding her mind. She saw visions of the villagers, who had once lived, their lives intertwining with the natural world, just as hers did. This experience made Katie realize the importance of reflection, of remembering the past to understand the present, and to shape the future. She felt the deep connection to her roots and the renewed sense of belonging. After what felt like hours, Kate and Salvia rose from the grove. Salvia's presence began to fade as she prepared to return to her watery home. Before departing, Salvia gifted Kate a single blue salvia flower, a symbol of the wisdom and courage she had gained. With a final hug, Katie watched the salvia dissolve back into the lake, her laughter lingering in the air. Kate returned home at evening with a lighter heart and a newfound understanding. She recounted her adventure to her family, who listened in awe, their hearts warmed by the tale. From that day on, Katie cherished the blue salvia flower, a gentle reminder of her journey with the playful spirit and the reflections it had brought. And so, the story of Kate and Salvia spread for Hadamazaki, a tale of the young Gogari's magical journey, and the timeless wisdom she discovered in the heart of the forest. Rest well, and let go of the day's cares.